Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of The Racer's Edge. I'm your host Tanner Schmidt, and with me today, driver of the 12R, Brooke Russell. How are you today, Brooke?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, one of the first questions I ask everybody, just so they can kind of get a basis on where racing started for you, what made you want to be a race car driver? Where did it all start for you?
When I was younger, me and my brother used to always go and watch his friends, and then my brother wanted to race, and since we were little, me and my brother were really competitive, and so when Lyle got a race car, my dad was like, hey, do you want to race? And I'm like, well, of course.
So that's just kind of how it happened, just trying to compete with your brother?
Oh yeah, and then this year I finally moved up, so now it's really on.
Speaking of moving up, last year you were with the compacts, this year you're now going to run the hobby stocks. You kind of dabbled a little bit last year towards the end of the year. What's been, the biggest transition going from the compacts up to the hobbies?
I finally got a new car last year, and it ran really well, but since my brother is running a hobby stock, it's really hard when you have parts for a compact, and then you have parts for a hobby stock, and my brother's like, hey, why don't you move up, it's a lot easier, and you're only going to get better if you move up.
So it was more Lyle's decision than yours, or?
It was kind of a mutual decision. Since I play soccer, it's kind of hard with me playing soccer at the same time and race season overlaps, but, I'm learning new things, and that's about all you can ask for.
Definitely, and I didn't realize you had it on your sunscreen, but why don't we just talk about your unique nickname here? One of the more unique racer nicknames, Crash.
Yeah, in a compact, I'm known for running the high line, and sometimes I just got a little bit too high, and I actually signed turn 4 wall in Hayes because I hit it so many times. Since I put it on my car, I haven't hit the wall, so that was the first thing I put on my car this year.
Well, I guess if it works, don't change it. I did not know you signed the wall. That's great. Now, what's it like trying to balance, you go to college, balancing soccer, college, and racing all at the same time?
It's kind of difficult, but I think growing up on a farm really helps because, you don't have a set schedule. You're always busy doing something. You always have to schedule. And so I set my schedule basically every week. You go to school, you go to work, you go to soccer practice, you have games, you go work on your car. And then on weekends, there's so much stress during the week that when I get in my car, it's like there's nothing else to do, It's just me and the car and the track.
Now, looking back on where you started racing, what would be your best memory or one that sticks out to you that you just have in the back of your head?
I actually have two. One is from driving a compact, and that was when I actually won a feature race. That was the most exciting part because I had gotten so close very many times. But then, there was break a wheel or I hit the wall or something like that. But then this year, I think my proudest moment and my best memory is when my brother and I went 1 and 2. That was something that I've always looked forward to, and it was just cool being able to keep up with my brother.
Well, you were the fastest car for 5 laps last time, so.
But I was.
And, some advice for little kids wanting to get into the sport, because they're out here all the time, they look up to you guys. What do you have for them that want to try to get into racing?
I don't think gender really matters because obviously, I'm a girl and I'm racing, but I think that helps too, just to show the little girls that, it doesn't matter, boys don't always race, girls can do it too. I'm keeping up with everybody. It does take dedication, but I don't know, follow your dreams, do whatever you want to do.
Well, since you brought up the whole gender thing, since you're really the only girl that races out here with these guys, do the guys race you differently, or do they just race you like everybody else?
I don't think they race me differently just because, like I said, me and my brother have been really close since we were little, so he played basketball, I played basketball. We played on the same soccer team together. And so I think it's just, when I came out here and raced, it wasn't any different. And I know a lot of the racers, and so, I can keep up with them, and if they race me, a little easier, then I'm just going to get in front of them, and I don't think they want that.
Now, we've talked about this on Snapchat. Other people say that you can't, but you, deep down inside, feel like you can. Payback list. If somebody dumps you, do you think you could maybe retaliate, or?
I think I would definitely think about it, but anybody who knows me knows I have really a big heart, and even when I barely hit somebody, I feel so bad. Not only because, you wreck somebody else's car, but I know how many hours we put in the shop to put our cars together, and when somebody just goes out there and dumps somebody else, just the amount of effort that you have to put into the car, the money, not everybody has that. Like, I mean, we don't have big sponsors. I'm very thankful for mine, but it's great having people support you and do what you want to do. So I think yes and no. I truly don't think I would be able to because I'm too soft-hearted.
Do you think that goes on out on the track if people get dumped and like, hey, I'm just going to I'll drive you next corner I get, or?
I definitely think so. I definitely know certain people, but I mean, like I said, everybody races differently. So, I mean, if it helps you, and, maybe you can push somebody with your bumper and, not spin them or anything. I mean, revving is racing. But I personally don't like when somebody just goes out there and they're like, hey, I'm going to dump you, and they go and do it. Because not only is that person getting dumped, but if you're at the front of the, pack, everybody else behind you is a part of that too. So.
Definitely. Well, do you have a middle finger policy? Like if somebody looks from the back, you just stick the hand out the window, or he's too nice for that?
Okay, no, I've definitely done that. I've only done it once, and it was in Dodge. But I think that's a little bit different. I think that's a little bit easygoing. No words are said. It's just, hey, So
you only raced Dodge once. That was a couple weeks ago. So the first time you were there, you decided to throw somebody off. So.
Well, it was different. As we were coming off the tracks, somebody just rear-ended me really hard, and then they flipped me off, and I was like, okay, well, that's not my fault. But I was like, if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it too. So.
Yeah, and for the driver or for the fans who want to come out and see you race weekly, where are you going to be this year?
For the most part, since I do go to school in McPherson, it's normally Salina and Hayes and Waukegan when they race a couple times. But during the summer here, we're trying to race everywhere because we're trying to keep up in national rookie points. So as of right now, my summer's pretty open. So we're just kind of first year in a hobby stock, you gotta set goals somewhere.
Also, you mentioned national rookie points. Also, you're running for Lady Eagle. How's that going?
I'm actually currently in 5th right now for Lady Eagle points, and I'm just really proud of myself because I put in a spreadsheet, how I finished since the beginning of the season, and at the beginning of the season I was really struggling, but I'm slowly getting it down. I'm slowly doing better and better and better, and that just, I don't know, it kind of gives me more confidence of, hey, I can really run with these guys.
Definitely. And then for those fans who don't know what Lady Eagle is, since you can probably explain it a lot better than I can, why don't you?
Okay, so every woman driver gets put into a category, and so it's Lady Eagle points. And they start in your first 55 races, and they take your total points out of all of them. So, Arizona starts racing before anywhere in this area starts running. So the lady in the front has over 800 points. Well, I only have 500 after this weekend. So, I'm slowly catching up, but the good thing about that is, once you hit 55, you can't go past that. But, there are a lot of great women drivers that are above me. I know there's a lady who drives a hobby stock, and she has 7, 8 feature wins. She's kicking some butt, that's for sure.
She's definitely going to get, you can give her a run for your money, though.
I'm going to try my best.
You're slowly getting there.
Yes.
And then, for fans who can't come out, do you have any social media or stuff that you keep up for how they can check in throughout the nights of the week?
Yeah, we definitely, I'm so thankful for my mom because she goes live on Facebook almost every single race I have. And if not, I have so many friends that will if my parents aren't able to make it. And my crew chief is really awesome. Donald helps me so much. Just even getting my car ready. But I mostly keep everybody posted on Facebook for friends and family. But I also sometimes tweet about it, and Instagram has a lot of pictures.
Well, that's going to be all the time we have for this episode. Thank you, Brooke, for joining me today.
Yes, thank you.
And remember, don't jump the cushion, pull your belts tight, and we'll see you in Victory Lane.